Moti.
Source of influencers.
So what happened in 2016, 17 and 18?
So 2016, I kind of got into a little bit of a rut, and the only show I competed in was the Olympia. And to be honest, my mind wasn't 100% there. I could tell. Like, it was, finding motivation is tough, and it's hard to force motivation. And I had just moved out to LA, and just kind of different things were happening in my life, and I was like just so distracted. So I got fourth in 2016. Definitely not my best showing, not my best placement either. But it was at that point I was like, you know what, I need a little break, because I just need to kind of get myself back together and kind of realize why I love the sport so much, you know, because too much of a good thing can be bad, you know what I mean? You get too used to things, you get too complacent, and it was just like the motivation wasn't there, the drive wasn't there. So I took a year off. 2017, I didn't compete at all, and during 2017, unfortunately, I put on some weight, and I got up to 145, which it's not like a lot or anything. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's like overweight, but for me, I'm not used to weighing that much, because I'm used to being an athlete and staying stealth and lean. Because I mean, on stage, I'm probably like 120, just for reference. So that's a good 25 pounds, you know? And for somebody that's 5'5" and has the athletic history I do, it seemed like a lot for me. So 2017, I put on a little weight, and when I went to prep again in 2018, I realized things are not like moving as fast as they used to. Like, nothing is budging. The scale isn't budging. I'm not losing weight like I used to. And I was like, what the heck is going on? So my coach suggested that I get my thyroid tested, and I did. And it turned out that I had hypothyroidism, which is a slow thyroid. I mean, that's since been resolved, but it was a big frustration the year of 2018 when I went to lose the weight. And I eventually did, in time to prep for the Mile High Pro show in 2018, which was in June 1st, I believe. June 1st, 2018 was my first show back. I ended up winning that show, and I won 2 others last year, 2018 as well. And I was on like a little miniature roll. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling good now. And then last year's Olympia 2018, I ended up getting 5th place at the Olympia, which I wasn't mad at, because you know what? There is so much talent these days, and it's definitely evolved since I've competed last. And there's so many amazing girls from all over the world, and I brought a great package in my opinion. Like, my body was really good, probably the best I've seen it, maybe a little bit too much. I was a little extreme maybe, if that makes sense. I was a little bit leaner than I should have been. My glutes were overpowering my upper body, just little things like that. But I was happy just to be back, and to be back in the groove and the mix of things made me feel really good. So I'm excited for what's to come this year.
But in 2016, were you mad?
2016, I wasn't mad, but I knew I was losing my drive whenever I didn't even it didn't even bother me that much. Because the old me would have been like, not necessarily disappointed with the placement, but disappointed that I didn't come in looking the way I should have, because I didn't look that good, in my opinion, in 2016. I was a little too soft. I should have been mad at the fact that I came in too soft, and maybe I didn't try my best, but I didn't mind, I guess. So that kind of was a red flag, and it made me very aware that it's time for a break, so I can get my drive, my focus back.
Okay, and you say in 2018 or right now the competition there's more talent?
Oh yes, there is so much more talent. And it even shows if you look at the roster. For example, whenever I was competing back in 2013, 14, 15, like all but like 2 girls are from the USA. And now if you look at the roster, it's like USA is maybe 50% and then other girls from all over the world. So we're definitely expanding, the sport is expanding all over the world now. And, bikini's still fairly new, so we're making a lot of improvements. And the best of the best get to compete now at the Olympia. And it's like a whole different ballgame because you have to be always on point. Because if you're even a little bit off, even as a top competitor, you're going to lose the show because there's so many other girls that look incredible and 100% on point.
But do you think you're still able to win?
Well, okay, so going back to me being a realistic person, do I think I'm going to win or do I think it's possible that I'm going to win? I'll say it like this. Do I think I'm going to win? No. Statistics show that I won't. If I'm being realistic with myself, the odds are against me. Could I win? I'm sure I could. I mean, anything's possible. In 2013, I didn't think I was going to win. No one thought I was going to win in 2013. And no one even knew who I was in 2013. But that was a rare event, you know? I think, honestly, there's so many girls on stage that there could be 10 different girls that could win first place and no one would have an argument against it because they look that good. So I think it's possible I could win again, but do I think I will? No. But I'm definitely going to train to win, if that makes sense. I'm not going to doubt myself in the fact that, I'm not going to win anyway, so I'm not going to try. That's not how I look at it. I kind of have this mentality that, you can't expect to win. You can't come in with any expectations as far as placement, but definitely you should train to win, train as if you're going to win, and be satisfied with your own personal best. As long as you know that you did everything in your power to improve yourself and to come in the best way possible, then you should not have any regrets.
So you're still training to win?
I'm training as if I would, but I don't think I will. Yes, I know a lot of people are going to listen to this and think I'm such a pessimist. I'm not a pessimist. I'm not like a Debbie Downer. I'm just a realistic person. So I'm saying the odds are against me, but I will train anyway as hard as I possibly can.
Can you beat yourself, your best self? What was your best self?
My best self, honestly, it's hard to say because I had shows where my body was insane and I loved the way my body looked, but my hair was whack or my makeup was messed up. It's different for bikini because it's like different factors rather than just your body. I think it's possible that I can beat my best look because we can always improve on things. Even little things like, the way my hair is curled or the way I pose, we can always improve that. My best showing would, honestly, I kind of liked my Olympia showing, but it was extreme. Like I said, it was too much for bikini, too drastic, like the proportions were a little too drastic. I was too glute heavy, I think. But I liked that look, but not for a placement is in consideration. But maybe the look I brought, like, at this year's Mile High would be good. I would like that look. It's smaller, a little softer, but very feminine and flowy, I guess you could say. So that's a good one. I'll try to recreate that look because the judges gave me good feedback on that as well.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.